it enable economy to grow and also create a lot of employment for people around that, so that in terms of port, will not be domiciled in the south around the wet port, but now with the dry port, economy can grow, employment can be increased, and trade can flourish.
Good day and welcome. The amount of cargo transported globally by ship between 1990 and 2021 increased significantly from 4 to nearly 11 billion tons. Landlocked countries are at a disadvantage due to their distance from any major ocean, thus creating a higher cost for them in both imports and exports. Inland dry ports to the rescue. The strategic location of the FUNTUA Inland Dry Port in Katsina makes it a jewel in the region. Thus, the need for attention to its completion and commissioning by the Executive Secretary and Chief Executive Officer of Nigerian Shippers Council, Barrister Pius Akuta, who paid a visit to assess the level at which it stood towards completion. This will be the focus of our program today. We shall also be joining Oluwasegun Aluko for the Titbit segment. Do stay tuned as we go on a short break.
Nigerian Shippers Council, they to serve you well. No matter the problem, we go solve them for you.
Yes, so the Nigerian Shippers Council, they feel in a parole now for every level. And as soon as goods, they move from port A, go enter port B with a measure within on a need. For the Nigerian Shippers Council, we don't sharp proper to fit hear you wella, work with you wella, and help you fit serve your customers them better, no matter where them day. As we country port economic regulator, the Nigerian Shippers Council get every now to fit make government consider the problem where shippers them they face. Visit we office for number 4 or to buy your daily show your daily lane. Papa email us for nsc@shipperscouncil.gov.ng. We website now www.shipperscouncil.gov.ng.
For you, we dey gidigba,
Nigerian Shippers Council with a meeting for the port of Nani.
Welcome back to the Shipper, brought to you by Nigeria's Port Economic Regulator, Nigerian Shippers Council. I am Abike Ido. It is worthy to note that the spot check on the FUNTUA Inland Dry Port is another visit of Nigerian Shippers Council to Katsina, who were on ground in October 2023 to launch the port's operational manual amid heavy fanfare. This time, it is in preparation for its commissioning set for the first quarter of 2024. Let's now join Lucy Yambi as she presents the report brought in by the Shippers correspondent.
An inland dry port is an intermodal terminal directly connected by road or rail to a seaport, operating as a center for the transshipment of sea cargo to inland destinations and landlocked countries, while a bonded container terminal serves mainly as a storage for seaborne containers where customs activities of clearing goods take place as against an inland dry port, where its only difference from a seaport is the absence of an ocean or sea. All activities related to transshipment of goods takes place in an inland dry port. In the drive to put the Marine and Blue Economy Ministry in the forefront of impactful solutions to both importers and exporters in the country and service neighboring landlocked countries like Chad and Niger, amongst others, Barrister Pius Akuta, MON, Executive Secretary and Chief Executive Officer of Nigerian Shippers Council, was in FUNTUA Dry Port, with an assessment team to inspect its readiness for commissioning. Having gone round the facility, the entourage comprised of some management of Nigerian Shippers Council, a representative of the Marine and Blue Economy Minister, representative of the Katsina State Government, management staff of the dry port, consultants and engineers working with the concessionaire. The group gathered in the freight forwarders lounge for a review of what they saw and the way forward. Barrister Akuta requested a review from the chairman of the committee.
This committee, sir, was set up in the year 2019. It was a ministerial directive to fast-track the development reports because the ministry then observed that it was taking too long for the structures to be in place. So hence the need for a task force to be set up. So a task force was set up for the 3 ports at that time, the Kano, Jos Inland Dry Port, as well as the FUNTUA Inland Dry Port. Sir, at the last inspection, we discovered that there were some aspects that were not completed. The concessionaires, we held a joint inspection with the concessionaires as well as officials of the Federal Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy. And there are some areas that we highlighted that it has to be completed before the commissioning, which we believe by the grace of God will be done within this first quarter of this year.
Barrister Pius Akuta, the Executive Secretary and Chief Executive Officer of Nigerian Shippers Council, then took up the floor to thank all who had put in efforts towards the realization of the project to the current position.
We are here because the minister has directed that we should come, look at what you're doing, because since he came in, he has focused on this as one of the first inland dry ports that he wants to see commissioned and put to use. The ministry's role in this economy of this country going forward is to ensure that Nigeria is no longer, a nation that is depending so much on the oil sector to build the economy, but that we are also making meaningful contribution from this sector to the economy. And the ports that are serving us in the Blue Sea will not be enough for us to achieve that mandate. We need to begin to see how our inland dry ports will also be a major part in the import and export of the Nigerian economy.
Speaking further, the Executive Secretary outlined some of the things enumerated by the team and requested the concessionaire work towards getting them in place before the commissioning. In conclusion, Barrister Akuta commended the concessionaire for reaching out to neighboring landlocked countries to sign memoranda of understanding towards their use of the dry port for their import and export needs.
We also have noticed that there are some things that you still need to do. As we are here, we can point them out to you, and we have an undertaking from you that within a specific period of time, you are going to put that up. You are going to come up with speed to make sure that you touch those areas. When we look at it together, within the next 4 years, is to ensure that this ministry has fared well and has improved the economy by at least adding at least 10 to 20% to the national GDP. This inland dry port is one of the facilities that will help us achieve that.
Having requested that honesty should be the watchword of all in accepting the laid-down timeline for the commissioning of the project, the technical assistant to the Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Professor Busayo Fakinlade, had this to say.
I know it's not been easy, but we are almost there now, looking at what you have put together. It's just a little bit of there and there. And then His Excellency will be here to commission the project. With the little that we have observed and with the little thing that is remaining, hopefully in the next couple of weeks, you will be able to lead your team with the support of the chairman and the consultants. Will be able to quickly wrap it up. If we are not sure that it can be within the time frame that is going to give, then we just have to be honest, because it's like we are family now. We are working together. And then we don't want to disappoint the minister or His Excellency, Mr. President.
Discussions rounded up with Mr. Ahmed Dodo, formally listing what was pointed out to be done to make the project ready for commissioning, with assurance that they would be done and made ready within stated time frame.
I want to also say that we have actually come a long way on this project. It has started a long time ago, and so far, I'm sure you have seen on your way here the kind of infrastructure that we have put in place. In addition to that, we as the concessionaires, we have put a lot of commitment, and we have so far so much commitment to see that this project succeeds, not only to the completion stage, but also when it comes to the operational aspect, because we have reached all other stakeholders and they are all ready to see that once this project commences operation, we achieve the desired goals of the project. In terms of progress, the team for the inspection came here in October last year, and we have observed a lot of issues that we can see, okay, these are things that we would need to put in place before President can come and commission this place. And since October to this date, we have worked so hard to see that those open items have been closed.
It is important to note that the issue of the need for a rail line into the facility is imperative, to which it was revealed that it had already been done but destroyed by vandals who carted away some very vital materials, which paralyzed the movement of trains coming directly into the facility, as expressed by the facility director.
Currently, we're having some dissection, between Zaria and here in Funtua. We're having some areas that have been vandalized by people, within the area, and you can't use it now. And then we are working with the Railway Corporation to fix those areas. As soon as that is fixed, I think it will help us a great deal. It's important for us, the community here, to own these kind of projects so that we don't vandalize them. As they are here for our benefit, for the benefit of the community, for the benefit of the entire economy. Because when you have a rail line, it brings a lot. It brings cheap products and it brings cheap transport. And that is what we should vie for and then maintain and own, to help us a great deal.
Malam Ibrahim Tukur, Director General, Katsina Investment Promotion Agency, KIPA, in an interview afterwards, revealed the state's readiness for the takeoff of the dry port and the assurance that it will be a game changer within the region. He further solicited cooperation of all and sundry as the project would benefit all, especially farmers.
From all intent and purposes, the FUNTUA Inland Dry Port is ready for commissioning. From what I have seen, they just have a few things to clean up for Mr. President to come and commission the place. We from Katsina State are very grateful because this place has been for long without commissioning, and the owners have put so much efforts and have put so much capital in it. And so therefore it's time for them to start reaping their investment. For we, the Katsina State government, we have been supportive to this project because of its importance to the Katsina State economy. We are an agrarian economy, not just an agrarian. We have a lot of service. And then our state too is a linked state with several other West African countries. Funtua as a town, as part of Katsina, is our industrial and commercial hub. There are a lot of activities, and we are sure this will serve as a gateway to other destinations, to other worlds. Certainly, we have been looking forward for it. Government ready to support the commissioning and support the inland dry port. To this effect, the governor of the Katsina State, Malam Duko Umarada, has set up a facilitation committee, which I'm chairing, to make sure whatever is the role that Katsina State should play, we have played as much as possible to make sure we have provide the enabling environment for them to undertake business in FUNTUA and in Katsina State.
Barrister Akuta, in an interview, expressed his joy at the concessionaires working on issues previously brought to their attention and stated that there was a clear difference in the report he read of the last visit and what he saw. He also explained the meaning of the project.
The IDP project is not just a Nigerian thing. Many countries have various IDPs set up. This for Nigeria means that we are getting set to take the ports closer to shippers in the hinterlands so that it will encourage free flow of export. And that is what Mr. President has put as one of his agenda to improve export out of Nigeria and to balance trade between Nigeria and other nations. So the inland dry port will serve as a means for that. And not only that, also for bringing import business closer to the importers as well.
One concrete benefit of this facility is that it will create thousands of jobs for young people in the area directly and indirectly. Kudos to the federal government. And just in case you didn't know, more facilities like this are being constructed to create wealth for the nation. Let's now join Oluwasegun Aluko for happenings in the local and international maritime sector.
Barrister Pius Akuta, MON, Executive Secretary and Chief Executive Officer, Nigerian Shippers Council, has received an award of excellence from the Government Secondary School Alu Old Students Association in Benue State. The honor recognized his contributions to the school and community development. In his address, the National President of the Alu Old Students Association, Honorable Benjamin Ngugana, commended Akuta's appointment by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
I am very elated to address you this moment as we gather to honor our distinguished brothers. Let me express my profound gratitude to the Almighty God for His blessing on us all till this very moment. May His name be praised at all times. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to take this time to salute Mr. President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for finding one of us, Barrister Pius Okeyuma Akuta, worthy for appointment into the very coveted office as the CEO of the Nigeria Shippers Council.
Akuta expressed gratitude for the award, pledging to address infrastructure issues with support from the Alu Old Students Association.
The renewed hope agenda of Mr. President has covered education. Education is one of the focal points in terms of what the President intends to achieve in the next 4 years. And I believe that government can do so much, but not everything. And I call on every one of us to remember that we have a duty to give back to society what society has made us to be. It's something of great joy, you know, that you come back to your own people you started life with, and they have seen the little contributions you have made, and they are willing to give you an award. It is just a mark of appreciation to what you have done, most of which is so small, but you know the people are grateful, and it's something that is very heartwarming. I feel so grateful to be honored by these people today.
In other news, Nasarawa State Government has expressed eagerness to collaborate with the Nigerian Shippers Council, NSC, on establishing an inland dry port to bolster the state's economy. The state governor, Engineer Abdullahi Sule, expressed this commitment during a closed-door meeting with ESEO Nigerian Shippers Council, Barrister Pius Akuta. The governor issued directives for the project's realization, emphasizing Nasarawa's substantial sesame seed production. He highlighted plans to exploit opportunities within the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement, aiming to create awareness and boost employment and revenue generation in the state. We encourage all stakeholders in the maritime industry to familiarize themselves with the Nigerian Shippers Council by visiting our website at www.shipperscouncil.gov.ng. There, you can submit any complaints you may have. Let's now check our complaints register for the week. We received a total of 7 complaints and they are all ongoing investigations. The complaints include overbilling, unwarranted charges, missing container, breach of agreement, and demurrage. It's time to embark on an adventure into the global maritime industry. German container carrier Hapag-Lloyd is set to join the new Gemini cooperation with Maersk Line, launching in February 2024. The alliance, to be formed in January 2025, will feature 290 vessels with a total capacity of 3.4 million TEU, led by Maersk. Both carriers aim for schedule reliability above 90%, addressing reputational challenges from the pandemic era. The transition will be carefully planned throughout 2024, maintaining service under existing agreements, while further details will be released as vessel schedules and offerings are developed. Maersk sees Hapag-Lloyd as the ideal ocean partner for enhanced industry reliability. A survey by Trade in Transition conducted by the Economist Impact and DP World reveals that supply chain executives are optimistic about technology amid escalating global challenges. Over 34% of respondents express optimism in new technologies, followed by 29.6% citing increased economic stability. The survey highlights that 98% of executives use artificial intelligence in supply chain operations, with a third leveraging it for cost reduction and planning. Executives intend to increase investment in advanced automation, blockchain, artificial intelligence, big data analytics, and predictive analytics to navigate challenges including geopolitical tensions. So since the inception of this current government, we have been talking about the blue economy. Now, let me take you to the coastal wonders of Mexico, where something really cool is happening underwater. A sculpture museum. Known as the Silent Evolution, the museum showcases a captivating collection of over 500 sculptures submerged in the Caribbean Sea. Fish and sea creatures love to hang out there, a testament to the harmonious blend of art and marine conservation. Isn't that amazing? And that's it on Tidbits for this week.
The Nigerian Shippers Council is now better poised with responsive systems in place to help you and other shippers get seamless, stress-free transition for your clients' goods from point A to B. Today at the Nigerian Shippers Council, timeliness, orderliness, transparency and efficiency is all we care about. Put your complaint through to our helpline. Visit us at number 4 Ayodele Shoyode Lane, Apapa, Lagos, or reach us on www.shipperscouncil.gov.ng.
Nigerian Shippers Council, we meet you at the point of your need.
Nigerian Shippers Council, we meet you at the port of your needs.
Oh, how time flies when you're being informed. We've arrived at our port of disengagement, where we thank you for being a part of this voyage and wish you fair winds, clear skies, and blue waters in the week ahead. Thank you and goodbye.